Welcome to episode 2 of Coach's Point of View. I'm your co-host, Coach Shamari Reed, and to my right, of course, the legendary Coach Tony Murphy.
What's going on?
What's going on, Coach?
How's everything?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Another day. Definitely excited about episode 2.
We made it. We made it to episode 2.
That's the coach's point of view. 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 That's the coach's point of view.
Before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Camille's Lebanese Restaurant, located in Clifton, New Jersey, on 1489 Main Avenue. Please make sure you come here. I promise you, best lamb chops you ever tasted, great ambiance, great hookah, great food, great people. So, Coach, what's going on, man?
Not much. Just getting ready for the season.
Yeah.
Just ready for that season grind that's coming up. Definitely excited. We start Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, just ready for that. I'm ready for it.
So, Coach, I think today I kind of want to get in tune and let the world know a little bit about the legend yourself.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about your story, how you even started with this basketball thing.
Oh man, you taking me back all the way in time right now, but my father.
Okay.
I would say my father. That's as far as I can remember. He put the basketball.
All right, hold
in my
on.
hand.
We're not gonna just skip past that. First of all, before we get to the original story about you, can you tell the world who your father is and what he meant to this game of basketball, and especially to this city of Patterson?
Okay, so my father's Tony Murphy Sr. He was an Eastside legend. Ended up going to Southern University.
Big Murph.
Eastside High School. Basketball scholarship. One of the unique things about him, he was actually the first, I believe, we could fact check it, but I do believe he was the first player from HBCU to ever lead the nation in scoring. His senior year, he averaged 32 points a game. He ended up getting drafted that next year in the NBA draft by, I believe, the Sacramento Kings. So he did a lot in this basketball game. Coming out of the city of Patterson.
And correct me if I'm wrong, don't he got like a crazy stat for Eastside High School too?
Well, he was.
But he
was actually on a team full of talent too.
Yeah.
So I believe on his team about 4 or 5 players played Division I basketball. He had good high school numbers. He scored 1,000 points as well.
Right.
But he also had some other dogs on his team too.
Yeah.
Roy Sparrow.
Yep.
They all played a part in their team.
I believe my uncle played with him.
Yep.
Shout out to my uncle Tony Reed.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, love you, Unc. Legend as well. We'll get into you. Probably gonna have you up here. I'll have both of you guys up here. So let's get back to it. So your father, he's a legend.
Yep.
He's in the NBA. He comes back home. He has his baby boy, which is a basketball player's dream. He put that ball in your hands. Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Like, where does that start? What age is that?
I want to say I probably started around the age of 6 years old. That's what I can remember.
Okay.
And when I started was when Positive Impact was basically created. Positive Impact was created my first year. That's what I remember.
So, I remember now, me and Coach Murphy are family, right? So, I'm a little older, not much older, and I remember us as children, and I remember what his father was instilling in him. And it's funny because full circle, I see what you instill into our players,
okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I get into this point: talent versus hard work.
Okay.
Right? How do you feel about talent versus hard work? Because before you answer, a lot of kids just think like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I don't have to work as hard as everybody else. I'm good already, right? But I think somebody like yourself that went all the way, played Division I basketball, went to the pros, did your thing. I couldn't. They had my contract right, so I couldn't get there. But we'll get back to that. But what is your opinion about that? Talent versus hard work. How much do you feel each matters?
Okay, there's a saying: hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. So you can be as talented, and we've seen a lot of talented people just come through the city. A lot of people that are just naturally talented, but they didn't put in the work, so they didn't really truly unlock a lot of the their potential because they didn't work hard.
Right.
Like, you have to work hard, you have to sacrifice, you have to grind, and the talent is not gonna get you. It's only gonna get you but so far.
But Coach, what do you mean I'm not working hard? I show up to practice. So, Coach, I work hard. I come to practice every day. What are you talking about? Work hard. What else can I do? What are you talking about?
It's the time that you spend when you're not at practice. So at practice, you have the 6 to 8 guaranteed hours where you have to be with your team.
Right.
The hard work comes in when nobody sees what you're doing. So when you're at home, I remember being at home, we got to do push-ups before we go to bed. I remember waking up at 5:30 in the morning, going to Garrett Mountain, doing 10 miles on the bike. I remember getting up, lifting, then going to shoot 500 jump shots, sprinting up the hills at Garrett Mountain. That kind of hard work and, the extra stuff, that's what takes you over the top as a basketball player.
I hear you, Coach, but let me be honest with you. I don't do none of that. I scored 30 points a game. I'm the man for my high school.
Against who?
Whoever the coach set up, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All the girls like me. I think I got some letters coming in.
Okay.
I think I'll be good in college. Like, you telling you telling me I won't?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tell you that you won't when you're doing that. So it would be a lot of questions I would have. First, I would have to see who you're playing against.
Yeah.
Because if you just scoring 30 just like that, then you might be the next Bron or somebody like that, where your athletic ability is just taking you over the top, and you're just better than everybody else. But as far as skill, if you're not working on your ball handling, if you're not working on your passing, your footwork, it's gonna be hard for you to just keep elevating as a player if you're not putting in that extra work.
And I do agree. So I agree. I think I seen in my life, I seen people who wasn't as talented naturally get better results because they work harder and not just. I need you guys that's watching out there, kids, students, young men. If you're paying attention, I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan, but I am saying this, and this is for every industry. It's not just basketball. If you work really, really hard, it's only one result you're going to get. It's just inevitable. Like, that's just what's going to happen, right? And you may be talented, but what I'm going to tell you is this. If you only rely on that, you're leaving 50% on the table. Yeah. Guaranteed. So that means if you score 30, you could be scoring 50, right? So now if you're okay with being mediocre, even though that's 30, at every level, that 30 look different. I know people that dropped 30 in high school that probably couldn't even touch certain college floors. Yeah. Right? And then there's only but so many spots in the league. So it's people that was the man in their city and even in their college that couldn't even touch a pro court. Yeah. Right? Even an overseas pro court. Right? So, understand there's going to come a time that's going to shoot you in the foot if you don't have any work ethic.
Yeah, and even just to jump in a little bit when it comes to, and we just talking about talent and work ethic on the court, but before you even get to the pro level, and at the pro level, at that point, that's your full-time job. So that's where the business of basketball really kicks in at, right? A little bit more now because we're in the age of NIL and all of that stuff. So, you're getting the business beforehand now. But when I was playing, when there was no NIL, that schoolwork, right? We had a lot of people who were talented, but the schoolwork held them back. And it all goes hand in hand because you're a student athlete. So if you're not doing what you have to do in the classroom, you know, that can hurt you, because if you don't have the grades, you become academically ineligible. So you need to work hard in the classroom, and also you have to work hard on the court. So you have to, you know, just balance your time. You have to, if you're truly, you know, just trying to go far, especially if you want to be a Division I athlete, and I'm not even gonna say Division I, if you want to be a college athlete, you have to, your social life may be in jeopardy, because you're not gonna have time to, you know, just do what everybody else does.
Right.
I didn't go to a lot of parties.
Right.
I didn't go to, I missed family functions.
Right.
I missed a lot of things that, you know, you know, sometimes people just didn't understand. But, you know, my father, he did that too, so
that's what you knew.
That's what I knew.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is it this is a little controversial. Is it a little bit of selfishness that go into being successful?
Yes. 100% it is. 100%.
Because I think when you said that, I realized that in order for you to sacrifice, you know, as you get older, as a kid, you sacrifice in social life, right?
Yeah.
But as you get older and you're trying to, quote unquote, reach a certain mountain level of success, you know, that focus, that time that you put into doing this thing that's not considered to be ordinary, it comes with missing time with the wife.
Yeah.
Missing time with the kids.
Yeah.
Some of these people, if they're playing pro, you're missing Christmas. You're missing Christmas. You're probably playing on Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? So you're missing Christmas. Sometimes some people are missing Thanksgiving. All of these moments, right? For the sake of trying to propel your family into a different level of living than you experience.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And for yourself to experience, because we only got one time to be here.
Uh-huh.
But, I think that is a certain selfishness that has to come with, and I know that's selfish is probably like a negative connotation.
It is.
But
it depends on, once again, I guess you can say I had a basketball family.
Right.
Right? So, you know, everybody, for the most part, understood. You know, they were, at a certain point, they understood. But it was just things that I just, you know, I couldn't be there for. I remember when I went to Norfolk State, for example, I probably came home in 4 years. I came home for Christmas one time. I never was home for Thanksgiving. I never was home for holidays. The only time I came home in the summertime, probably for about 6 weeks. And then I went right back to school. So I was barely home at all those 4 years at Norfolk State. And then I went overseas. So you figure 8 months out of the year, now I'm in Europe. So I'm missing birthdays. I'm missing family get-togethers. I'm missing family functions. And, you know, you see it because now, you know, I'm on Skype overseas in Europe. The time difference, when I was in Portugal, it was a 4-hour time difference. So that wasn't that bad, right? When I was in Lebanon, that was an 8-hour time difference. So now, literally, when I'm waking up, everybody's going to sleep, and then it's vice versa.
Right.
So it's definitely a sacrifice, but, you know, you get used to it. But, you know, it's all for the love of the game at the end of the day.
Right. And, you know, speaking of that, right, season is coming up, and hard work, ethic, talent, all of these things we drilling into the team. What does it mean to you to build a certain culture? Is it important for teams to build a certain culture in order to be successful? Or could you have a bunch of talented people and everybody and it works?
Yes, I've seen it where, you know, you just got so much talent that you're just better than everybody else, right? So that definitely can happen. But I've also seen teams that really weren't the best talented on paper that worked super hard and they still won. So I think it's good to have both, but I like the hard work because, you know, I just like earning it.
I think that with our team this year, shout out to our team College Achieve, shout out to all our players. this is not a diss to you guys. This is actually a compliment to you guys. You guys came in, and I'm gonna give the credit to Coach Murphy himself. You know, he kind of went with guys and went to talk to guys who showed their hunger to want to play and didn't necessarily have the big name or the talent. So Murphy, secret sauce, he scouts different, and that's why people can't figure it out, because he don't scout for the big name. You scout for the hunger. It's a different scouting that you do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be honest. I thought you were tripping, to be honest with you. Some of the talent you was bringing in, I'm like, cuz I don't know about this, right? So, I really believe you when you say hard work means more to you or means the most to you, because I watch you take somebody who literally you passed him the basketball and it bounced off his head, and now this guy is windmilling, right?
Yeah.
And it's only because he always showed the will and the desire to be good. He just didn't have it.
Yeah.
2 + 2 did not equal 4 to him, right? It just wasn't what it was, right? So now that hard work is paying off, and you know, I'm glad to see how you. I guess you got to start from the beginning. I'm glad to see Big Murph instill this into you, that you instill this into somebody else who's gonna now instill this into another generation. See how that goes? Like,
yeah, it definitely started with him, I would say, and not just him. Shout out to everybody who was a part of Positive Impact.
Right.
Andre Bees,
Big
Roy
Bees.
Sparrow,
Big Sparrow.
Rest in peace, Joe Butler. He was one of the other founders of Positive Impact. There was a lot of guys that played a part in, and you know what people don't really understand, I just did what they did, but I just tweaked it my own little way, because when I came in at 7 years old, the plan was, you know, by the time they get 10 years old, in 3 years, they're going to be good enough to win a championship. We stuck with it. We developed from the time I was 7 years old all the way up until I was 10 years old, you know, just kept developing. The team always showed up. You mean, everybody was always at practice. Everybody was committed. Everybody bought into what it was they were trying to do. When we were 10 years old, that was the first championship I won in City League.
Wow.
We won a championship when I was 10 years old, and we were by far the best team in the league.
Who you play for?
I played for Positive Impact.
All right.
And I think Positive Impact
Shout out to
it may be controversial, but I think Positive Impact was the best program in City League history.
Oh, shout out to McDonald's.
I don't think it's anybody that got more championships than Positive Impact.
We don't got championships, so we got some hard work. Shout out to McDonald's.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody. You know what?
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to the teams I can remember. Shout out to McDonald's, the YMCA, Brownstone, Marty Barnes,
Kraft.
Grace Chapel, Kraft,
Serenity.
Yeah,
Serenity's still around too.
Positive Impact, of course. Who else was the other guy?
Who else was it? Gilmore.
Grace Chapel. It was another one I feel like I'm forgetting.
Oh, man.
Shout out to the whole Patterson
Yeah,
Rec.
and shout out Patterson Recreation. Shout out to Patterson Recreation also.
Shout out to all the recreations. Shout out to all the recreations in the state of New Jersey. Shout out to all the recreations in the world. You guys don't get enough flowers for the things that you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are coaches. These are program directors. These are people. These are parents that are doing the work for free for the betterment of giving our kids a different option than the streets.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we respect you and we love you guys and keep doing the good work. Is there such thing as Coach Burnout?
Coach Burnout, of course. We're human, so of course. There's times I don't want to go to practice. I'm not gonna. There's times I don't want to go to practice. There's times where I'm like, we played it today. Like, I thought it was tomorrow. But it's just, we human, so we have stuff going on in our own personal life.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just like, especially when we practice late. We don't have. We don't have a space where we could just go right after school, like, a lot of other different high schools. So we have to practice at certain times. And a lot of times, how many late practices did we have last year?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Coach, you might have thought that you had an echo because you was like, yeah, man, so we going to practice Monday through Saturday. I'm like, you said Monday through Saturday? You're like, yeah, we're going to practice from 6 to 8, no, 5:30 to 8. I'm like, 5:30 to 8 every day? So, like, it is rough because you're talking about, one, before practice we got two things. We either monitoring tutoring right? Or are we monitoring weight room before the practice? So you're talking about most of the people that either work and then come to practice, or they work at a school, like most of us did, and then they're going to practice. Talking about a 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. start of your day, and then you winding down your day about 9:30 at night. Because remember, most of us that's coaching and doing these things, our kids are from these inner cities, and we're also not coaches. You might as well, y'all could give us some yellow paint because we are taxi drivers as well, right? So, we, you know, with grace and honor, it's not a problem that we drop off your kids, because I rather me get home a little later and know that my players made it home safe than reading something in the newspaper that's gonna change everybody's life in the city. Yeah.
No, it's a sacrifice, because then at the same time we have our own families and we have our own kids, you know, and that takes time away from them.
Right.
But at the same time, like once again, that's something that I'm just used to. Like I've seen, it was a little different because my father was actually in it as well. And, you know, my mother helped out a lot with the program. All of the mothers with Impact helped out a lot with the program. So, you know, everybody was bought in. So, you know, it's a good thing. It's always a good thing. It's the life that I'm used to.
So let's lighten the mood a little bit. So this is a segment right here that I like to call Stats or Cap. All right? Okay. So normally we do this with all our guests, but today we're going to do this with you. Okay? This is new, so I have no idea what the questions are either. I need everybody to please excuse me, because I am looking at my notes that I took down for this game.
Okay.
All right? So
Stats or Cap?
Stats or Cap. Okay. I'm going to say a statement or sentence, and you're going to say whether you feel that's a stat, meaning true, or that's cap, meaning false.
Okay.
All right? So here we go. Shaquille O'Neal has only made one career three-pointer in the NBA history. Stats or cap?
I would say stat.
You're right. That is stat.
I would say stat.
That is true.
For sure.
That is true.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say stat. LeBron
James once played a full quarter without dribbling because he was testing his footwork. Stats or cap?
Cap.
You are correct. It is cap. All right.
That's cap.
Wilt Chamberlain once averaged 48.5 minutes per game in a season. Stats or cap?
What was the number?
48.5.
I would say that is Wilt Chamberlain. It may be a stat.
And you
The only reason why I said that was because it's 12 minutes.
Yep.
4 quarters. Maybe they gave him a little overtime here and there. But I know, I feel like he played a bunch of minutes.
Yeah, you are right about that too. All right. Allen Iverson recorded a quadruple double in college, but it was a race because someone stole the scorebook. So I'm gonna say it again. Allen Iverson recorded a quadruple double in college, but it was a race because someone stole the scorebook.
AI was one of my favorite players, but I think that's cap.
AI, that's street cap. That is definitely cap. That's all the way cap.
Definitely.
Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs without ever averaging 20 points per game.
Stat.
Yeah, you're pretty good at this. It's a stat. That's correct. Okay.
Sure.
Steph Curry once missed 21 straight threes in a single game.
Man, straight cap.
Y'all already know. We ain't even got to talk about that. I ain't got to give y'all the answer. Y'all know that's cap.
No way.
No way. The shortest player, Muggsy Bogues, once blocked a shot from the tallest player, Manute Bol.
Muggsy had bounce, though.
5'5".
He had a lot of bounce.
Manute Bol was 7.
No, Muggsy Bogues, and I'm thinking about Spud Webb, who had the bounce.
Muggsy Bogues had bounce, too.
I'ma still say it's cap.
And that is a stat. Muggsy Bogues actually
Okay.
blocked Manute Bogues.
Okay.
He actually did.
I didn't know Muggsy was that athletic.
Yeah, so under here in the edit, y'all could put down the height. I think Muggsy Bogues was like 5'5", and
5'4".
Manute Bogues might be like 7'5".
Yeah.
I don't know, but if it's in the edit and I got it right, please give me a thumbs up in the comments. All right.
Stripped it going up because there's no way he caught it at the height. Like,
All right, next one. Michael Jordan was drafted by the Rockets, but they traded him to Chicago before he ever played a game.
I don't know if it was. I do remember Mike. All right, I'm gonna just guess that one. I'm not sure, but I think it is. I'll say stat.
That's cap. He never was drafted by the Rockets.
Okay.
I don't know who he was drafted by, but we probably going to see that below.
The Bulls. It might have been the Bulls.
He might have been straight drafted by the Bulls.
Yeah.
I don't remember him having no. I think Scottie Pippen had something like that where he was drafted by somebody.
Yeah, I know
and
Kobe
then-
did. Kobe
did
for
as
sure.
well. I think
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen did, but I don't think Michael did. I think Michael came definitely
Straight
saw
to the
movie.
Bulls. Yeah,
He
Michael
came straight to the Bulls. Okay. Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in a game without hitting a single dunk.
I would say that's a stat. I don't believe he had a dunk that game. I don't remember. I remember the 81 game.
Ding, 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 ding. That is a stat.
Yeah, I remember the 81 game against Toronto.
Russell Westbrook once averaged a triple-double in the playoffs for an entire postseason.
I would say that's a stat. He averaged a triple double for a year.
He might have averaged triple-double for a year, but that is cap, good sir.
The playoffs?
Yes,
Okay.
that is cap.
He
And
did in the I forgot what year it was. He ended the year. He averaged a triple double for the season. But the playoffs, I'm not
The
really
playoffs,
sure
yeah,
about.
postseason, okay. Draymond Green once had a triple-double without scoring 10 points. I don't even know how that's possible, but okay.
Rebounds, assists.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say Cat. You said without points?
Without scoring 10 points.
Without scoring 10 points. So that means he had to have it in another category. I say
Yeah.
Cat.
That is actually a stat.
What do you?
Draymond Green
Rebounds, assists.
and probably steals.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know.
Okay.
But you'll see below. Luka played his first NBA game wearing two different shoes by mistake and kept it going because he scored 14 straight points. Stats or cap?
I'll say a stat. It's Luka. You can score with anything.
Even though I agree with you, that is cap. He did not do that. Oh, okay. LeBron James has scored 10 plus points in over 1,100 straight games. The longest streak ever of somebody scoring 10 plus points.
Gotta be a stat.
That's definitely a stat.
Gotta
I think
be.
he might still be doing that.
Yeah, he's still doing that
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
a stat. Shout out to LeBron.
Yeah.
Man. You know, sponsor us, baby. Anyway, the Joker once had a triple-double where every basket was a hook shot. Stats or
I'll
cap?
say Cat.
Definitely cap. Definitely cap. All right, the next one. Dennis Rodman once had a game with 0 points and 28 rebounds.
I probably would go with stat for sure.
Stat, this guy is the best to ever do it
Yeah,
and
I would
not
say
be
stat for
selfish.
sure.
He had 28 rebounds and 0 points and had a great game.
Yeah, definitely.
Klay Thompson once scored 37 points in a quarter without touching the ball with his left hand.
I would say it's 37 points in a quarter.
Without touching the ball with his left hand.
I think it's a stat. I think he took limited dribbles too.
It is cap.
Oh, okay. He had a game where he was close to 37 though in a quarter. I think he might have scored like 30 in a quarter or something like that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
James Harden once had a game with 60 points and 10 assists,
10 rebounds.
triple-double, the first ever. Stat or cap?
Stat.
Correct, stat.
Stat.
We all right. We about to wrap it up. We only got 3 more. The NBA almost added a 4-point line in 2008 and ran test games with the Knicks and the Nets.
I don't
Stats
remember
or
hearing
cap?
that, but I would say that. You know what? I'll say it's a stat because do remember them thinking about adding a 4-point line.
All right, so they might have, but they might have not did it with that game, so that's a cap. Steph Curry has led the league in three-pointers made 8 times. Stat or cap?
Stat.
Correct. Everything with Steph Curry, including threes, making it is stat.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't even put no more Steph Curry questions on here. Just put Steph Curry with a picture of a basket. He's a walking basket. Put that under here. All right. And last, Shaq once attempted to shoot a free throw with his left hand for the entire game to change his luck. Is that stat or cap?
To change his luck is crazy.
Crazy.
I'm going to say cap.
Cap. Stop playing with my boy Shaq like that.
Cap.
Hey Shaq, if you need to sponsor us, let us know. We rock with Reebok. Reebok, we rock with you. Come over here. Coach's point of view. All right. So let's get into it. Tryouts.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Tryouts. I don't think, I know people, they come to the game. They hear the music, everybody running out, they warm us, they see the coaches, they see the glory. I don't think they know about tryouts and what people go through tryouts.
No. And tryouts are different now than it was when we were playing.
Right.
It's a lot different.
Right.
It's actually, I think, a little bit easier.
Okay, expound about that.
I think it's easier because when we played, we had tryouts the day after Thanksgiving.
Facts.
So you couldn't even really enjoy your Thanksgiving. Once again, you're sacrificing because you can't have a full Thanksgiving and really go in how you go in.
You had to be there at 7
You had to. You had to. Shout out to Coach Baker, the Eastside staff when I was there. They'll tell you, don't eat a lot because that next day you run it, and then we had doubles.
Yeah.
So we were coming in at 7:30 in the morning. Yep. We probably went from like 7:30 to 10.
Yep.
And then we came back in the afternoon and then went another 2 hours.
Yep.
So, and then we did that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we were right back to it on Monday.
Yep.
Now they have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
And then they're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they come back Monday. So that's why I say it's a little bit easier now.
And I don't know if you know too, like, maybe kids know their place now. Because I don't know, like, when we were coming up, it wasn't that long ago, but when we were coming up, it was so many kids that wanted to be a ball player.
Yeah, it was.
That was a big thing. You know how many people was at my tryouts?
I could imagine.
It might have been at least 150 kids at my tryout.
We had the same, about 150, 200 kids at tryouts.
Yeah, it's 150 kids.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to a tryout, if you got 60 there, that's probably a big tryout. Now I feel like kids be like, nah, I know my place. I ain't been playing ball. I ain't gonna play ball, and I ain't. You got a few kids that come along, but it ain't like everybody don't have hoop dreams anymore. And I don't know what happened. Like, what happened to the hoop dreams?
I mean,
everybody a YouTuber now. Like, what's going on?
Yes, social media. Yeah. I think you got a lot of people on social media. The video game is heavy, still social media. So they like, you don't have, when we was coming up, you had a lot of people just at the parks just playing basketball. Yeah. Like, think about all the parks where you could just go for different games.
Oh, them parks be empty now.
The parks is empty now.
I feel like I own the park when I go to the park. I'm we can just I'm like, this is my park. I ain't gonna lie, I be fronting a little bit on Instagram, be like, yeah, so I'm at my court. You just like it don't be nobody there.
Nobody at the park now where before, like, you had to kick people, like, I remember them shutting the lights off at the park just to kick people out and make sure people, didn't stay past a certain time, but everybody just was out there playing basketball. It's not like that now. Right.
I want to get into some things that people may not know that go on from a coach's point of view on the sidelines. We talking about timeouts, bad plays. That play that's so bad, you forget that the kid parent is there. You saying all kinds of stuff to this kid. I almost grabbed the kid. Like, that's...
It happens.
How do you... especially those real bad plays. Like, we still human. Like,
Yeah.
how do you can keep yourself in that moment, not laughing at the kid, not spazzing on the kid? You know, I know it happened when you do spaz on the kid, but like those sideline moments, man. Like, tell us about a few sideline moments.
It just happens. Like basketball is. It's mental, it's emotional, it's all of this, and it's competitive. So it's all of this in one. So those moments are just gonna naturally happen. Like, it happens to everybody at every single level. I've seen it happen at the NBA level. Coaches will lose their temper for a second. College happens, overseas it happens. So it's gonna happen, you know, regardless, because everybody's human. Because that's everybody wanting to win.
Right.
So I mean, it's just. Sometimes as a coach, it's frustrating if you draw up a play, especially coming out of a timeout, and as soon as the timeout is over, they mess the play up.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. Edit that out. This pissed me off. I remember my first year here. You was drawing up plays. Everybody said, "Yeah, got it, Coach."
Yeah.
Went out there, did something totally different. So I ain't gonna lie. When we got in the locker room, I'm like, "You guys like art class?" They're like, "What you talking about?" I'm like, "Cause all we doing is throwing up art projects because y'all not understanding the plays." Like, we just doing drawings on the board. If we ask you, do you understand the play? You gotta really say you understand the play.
You gotta say you understand it.
These guys are like, yes. I'm like, watch this, Coach. I'm just gonna draw a picture. I'm just gonna draw some stick figures up there.
Sometimes they'll still be like, yeah,
and they're like, yeah, Coach.
Yeah.
Kids, guys, please, this is crucial.
It's very important.
Please learn your playbook.
Learn your playbook. It's very
You're
important.
not gonna. I don't care what points you dropping. This is for fact, and this is before they ain't have my contract right. But this is a fact. You will not make it at the next level if you cannot understand that playbook. They won't even entertain you.
Yeah, you're not even getting recruited.
They won't entertain you.
You're not. You won't get recruited.
You gotta know those playbooks.
Because in college, when you talk about college, see, high school, if you're the man on your high school team or you have a decent high school team, you may not really run plays, because if you playing in a conference where, once again, everybody's just that much talented than everybody else, you may just be getting it off the defensive end. So you're really not running plays because it's a track meet kind of game and everybody's just athletic. But when you have to slow the game down, and it's one of those teams where you have to, your team might not be as athletic, and you have to slow it down and actually run your sets to, get guys shots that you want to get. You have to know the details, and you have to know the plays, because it's cuts off of those plays.
Right.
It's different actions off of plays, so you have to know that stuff. And in Jersey, once again, there's no shot clock.
Right.
So, in college, it is a shot clock. So, one of the things they do in college, they run their sets, and then when the shot clock breaks down, that's when, you'll get into some pick and roll action.
Should it be a shot clock?
Jersey should definitely have a shot clock, because if you're preparing high school players for the next level, if they do go, at least they'll have some idea of what it's like playing with a shot clock. So it's definitely needed.
I agree. Pre-game rituals. You as a player, you as a coach, do that still happen?
It's a thing. It is a thing. All basketball players know that that's really a thing. Like, I had a pre-game ritual.
Which was what?
I had to empty out the stomach, especially in college when came to the pre-game meals.
Right.
That was one of the if I didn't use the bathroom, I'm like, oh man, I might have a bad game. Yeah. Sluggish. So that's one. I had to get like a 45-minute nap in.
Yeah.
Nap had 45 minutes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got to a point in college sometimes where I will just not even have to set my alarm. I just wake up 45 minutes.
So was you one of those guys, again, my contract, but was you one of them guys that, like, you got to let's say you had a game especially in college, because I know it's different in college. Let's say you had a game at 7 at night. 7. So you played at 7 in the night. What time you get to the gym?
5:30, 6 o'clock.
At
Probably
night?
5:30, because in our conference, the women played before us. So the women had the first game.
Okay.
And then we would play after.
Because I hear something. What about when you played in pros? What time you got to the gym?
I would probably get to the gym probably about 2 2.5 hours before.
Okay.
Because then I had my warm up, routine that I went through. I had the same warm up routine in college too.
Okay.
I just had a little bit more time when
because it was just
when I
y'all
was overseas.
And overseas, right?
Yeah.
Now, did you do your nap like you did that at the stadium, or you did that?
No, I went back to the room.
Okay.
So even overseas, so college, go back to the room. We go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
You get your nap in, and then you'll probably go to the gym like 2 hours, 3 hours before the game.
Okay.
Overseas, same thing. If you're playing at home, you go back to your apartment, nap.
Gotcha.
Or you'll go back to the hotel if you're on the road. So you always got time to get your nap in.
I heard something crazy. I think LeBron said this. He was like, yo, I get up. If I got a game in like 6 that night, I get to the gym like 8 that morning. And I'm like there, like living there. Like, cause that's what it takes for me. And like, I'm like eating my breakfast. Then I'll do a shoot around. Then I'll take a nap. Then I'll wake up. Then I'll ice. And then I'm not probably saying this factual. I'm just saying like all that stuff he was doing. And I was just like, damn.
Yeah, so in college, what we would do is, and I've been out of college for a while, so I might have forgot some things.
Yeah.
But, okay, so on a game day on the road in college, we would most likely wake up, we'll have breakfast.
Yeah.
A little bit, probably an hour or so after breakfast, the bus will leave because we'll have team shoot around.
Right.
So now we getting shots up, probably about 2 hours. We're going over scouts. We getting shots up. We're going over the defense. Going over all of that stuff. We'll go back. You'll have time to yourself a little bit.
Right.
Then we'll have a pregame meal, which
Okay.
is always, they're gonna give you your healthy stuff, for the game that night. Then you could get your nap in, and then that's when you'll get up and go to the gym. So it's always a
So
full
it's
schedule.
everybody still got that long day process. It's just theirs was at this arena and yours is kind of like wherever you are. But
Yeah,
your
the
process
NBA is completely different because
Yeah.
in the NBA, you have individual times where you could go to the gym and get your own workout in. Where in college we do more team workouts.
Right.
But if you're at home, like
Right.
if we was at Norfolk State, I could go
You
to
got
the
more
gym
flexibility.
and get shots in. After the shoot around, where you might take time away from your nap, but you could still, get some shots in or get some workout time in, before you go back to your room.
So I got a question. We in this new phase. Social media versus reality. Social media.
Oh man.
G, can you put this on the bottom? Social media versus reality.
Oh my goodness.
So, Coach, I seen something the other day.
Oh man. What you see? 'Cause
I seen the reality
all
first,
the time.
and then I saw the social media. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you about the reality.
All right.
This person was probably 1 for 7.
Okay.
The one time they scored was a wide open layup that they almost missed.
Did they celebrate?
I got you. That's the reality. Got stripped of the ball got ripped from their hands, all types of madness. The social media version, this dude had a highlight
Oh yeah.
with music.
Yeah.
He might have credits.
Yeah.
And it showed him catching the ball and doing this bad layup. And he posted it.
I'm so tired of seeing the highlights.
He posted it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad now, though. Honestly.
So, and I get it, right? Because I think back then if we had access to it, a lot of stuff would be on social media. But one thing I can attest to, you're not seeing my 2-point game.
No.
That never happened.
My father.
That never
Just
happened.
the older people, they used to say, if you could count your points, you're not scoring enough.
Ooh, I like that.
If
If you can count your points, you're not scoring
enough.
enough.
So
I like
that's
that.
what I talk to our players about this sometimes. Like, I averaged 27 my senior year at Eastside High School.
Wow.
Right? There's been nobody that averaged 27 since I left.
Wow.
Right? Nobody has done that. I didn't go out there trying to score 27.
Yeah.
I just looked in the box score at the end of the game, and I saw like I had 31,
Right.
43.
Right.
I didn't I couldn't remember every single time I put the ball. I'm not celebrating because I'm used to scoring. So I don't have to celebrate after. So if I, in one game in college, probably my best game in college ever, I scored 43 points.
Wow.
Right? I scored, I think I missed 3 or 4 shots the whole game.
Damn.
I missed 3 or 4 shots the whole game.
I only had games like that in 2K. I had 43 with my creative player on 2K. I think I might have. Yeah, go ahead, though.
The only reason why I knew is because we played at UNLV.
Right.
I forgot the name. Is that the Thomas and Mack Center? I believe it was. We played there, and they have the big. What is it? Like a jumbotron. The jumbotron. Yeah. Right. So I saw how many points I had.
Right.
And then the other team, it was like, yo, get 40, get 40, get 43, get 43. So that's how I knew. But other than that, I didn't know because it was so natural. I was just hooping. I was just playing basketball.
Do you think this new, I don't know, because philosophy, way of life where everybody gets a trophy is why people celebrate very mediocre accomplishments?
I wouldn't even blame it on that. I wouldn't blame it on that, on everybody just getting a trophy. I think everybody just sees how professional athletes are treated. So I think they, aspire to be that. So they use their highlights. Everybody has a highlight tape. Like what you see on ESPN, we've been seeing SportsCenter.
Right.
It's always highlights, top 10.
But everybody should not have a highlight.
Everybody should not have a highlight tape.
Like, you scored 2 points, you didn't have a highlight.
I saw a highlight tape where a guy warmed up half the highlight tape.
Yeah.
The highlight tape was about a minute and a half. It was warm-ups. And in the game, in the actual game itself, on the highlight tape, he had 2 buckets.
So that's my point. Like, I think that just how I feel. And I feel like this way about every genre when it comes to this generation. And when I say this generation, I'm not pissing on young people. I'm saying even older people in this generation that's living like this lifestyle of this generation. Like, people don't no longer feel like I have to really be that. People are like, I could put the facade that I'm that.
Yeah.
And as long as I got the facade, I'm happy with that. Like, people are happy with, like, oh, shoot, yo, that's a Ferrari out there. Yo, I'm going to go take a picture and say grinding. Instead of saying, like, I saw this dope Ferrari and I just took a picture by it. Because I would respect that. Like, oh, you saw the Ferrari, is it dope? Right? But, like, you're trying to put the facade like it's yours.
Yeah.
And then after you took that picture, you pulled out your monthly bus pass and got on the transit. Fam. In the honor words of my boy D-Star. Fam. You tripping, fam. Yo, put this on like Houston's slow-mo. You tripping, fam. You tripping, fam. Like,
but that's just being one thing I can't stand is an unrealistic basketball player. Like, and what makes it worse, because it's social media, you could put a highlight tape, and then it's people in the comments, right? The comments hype them up more,
right?
Because you got people in the comments who never played basketball, so they don't even know anybody who's like really, really good. So they hype that person up, and now that person's head gets big, and now they think that they're something that they're not. But at the end of the day, what I would ask them, what I always ask some of the kids is, all right, how many offers you got?
Right.
You got 0 offers?
Right.
And you think that how? Because everybody's dream, how many kids we talk to on a daily, and they be like, I want to play Division I basketball. Like, forget they don't say Division III to Division II. They be like, I want to play Division I basketball.
They all raise their hand.
Every single time.
And they can't even finish our running drill. But you want to play Division I basketball.
And it's just not going to happen. Like, I know what the Division I grind is like because I actually lived it.
Right.
Like, I know what it's like, and a lot of the kids, they don't have what it takes because they don't work hard. That's what it all boils down to. They just don't work hard enough. Like, you have to be able to do a lot of things consistently, and a lot of kids, they can't do it consistently.
Yeah, you know what? I realized that. So when I was in high school, and when I was in Little League, I like playing basketball. I think I was just athletic, so I didn't never really worked hard. I never even understood that. Like I worked hard and what I thought was working hard, but I didn't like really work hard. Like the real work hard. I played ball every day. I ran hard in practice. I focused on being first in the line and running my sprints and doing all of those things in practice. But then I played after practice for socially though. I didn't play training, right? I didn't understand that, right? I didn't get it. When I got to high school, I thought I was a victim of this. I thought talent could be hard work, right? And I had a rude awakening for me, waiting in high school, right? So now I made it through high school. I played, and now I went to college. I didn't have no offers. I went to Montclair State. They had my money right. That's why I had no offers. But anyway, I went to Montclair State, and my ball dreams didn't die yet. At least I thought, right? So I went to the first couple practices, and my coach, he did me a favor. He like, yo, I'm going to talk to the guy over there. I think at the time the coach name was like Ted Fiore or something like that. He like, I'm going to talk to the guy, tell him you're interested in walking on. You know, you do your thing. If it work out, it work out. So the guy let me come. He let me and this other guy that wasn't recruited come walk on. And one guy, he's from Orange, I was from Patterson. And we was making it through like the initial cuts, which I felt proud of myself. Like, oh shoot, like I made it past a couple cuts. But boy, when they got down to the wire and it was time to like really play, I didn't have the stamina. Like college ball was a whole nother speed. And this D3, I can't even picture D1. Yeah. The speed was so different. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, in order for me to keep up and try to even get a red shirt spot on this, a red shirt spot, I will have to quit my job, which I was trying to like work and go to school and play basketball. That don't work. That don't work. No. I'm telling you, it don't work. I thought it could, it don't.
It's none of that.
And I was like, yo, I gotta quit my job and I have to like do basketball training all day to be a red shirt just so the next year I could try to, because I'm one of those guys, like if I really want something, I'm gonna work. But I'm like, do I want it? And I told myself like, man, I'm 5'0". I'm probably not going to the league. It may be over. Yeah. Right? And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I went in my room that day when I made that decision. Remember, I've been playing basketball since I was 7 years old. All I knew after November was basketball. Yeah. And here's the first year that after November, I'm about to not play basketball. I'm about to make a decision to walk away from basketball. My life.
It's rough.
This is literally my wife.
Yeah, it's rough.
Basketball. I went to my dorm room and I cried like a baby.
It's rough.
I cried like a baby.
It's rough.
Like a baby. Because I'm like, what? That was my identity for me. Yeah. Like, basketball was usually even my cool card. Like, I ain't have to worry about people pressuring me to smoke or drink because I had like, oh, no, I play. They like, oh, yeah, he play ball. Like, leave him alone, right? So, like, that's what I knew. Yeah. Right. I ended up picking up other good things that spent my life somewhere else. Because I needed to replace basketball with something, but I cried, brother. Oh, yeah. I cried like a baby. Yeah. So, like, I think I tell this story. It was really onions. I really wasn't crying. But I think I tell this story because I would like to be a cautionary tale, right? And the cautionary tale for people who don't want their basketball dreams to stop at 19 and don't want it to stop at their high school. There is a work ethic that you got to put in at starting high school, and when you get to college, brother, it is waiting for you. So for everybody listening, please work very, very hard. Get your stamina together, get your grades together, because that next level is a next level. And if not, you too will be telling your story on a podcast, talking about how it was onions in your room.
Yeah. And mine was just a little bit different. Like, mine was actually a little bit different. Like, I was talented, and I had a lot of skill because I learned a lot of that stuff early. Like, I basically was brought up skill-wise, how they talk about the Europeans. So I had footwork, I could dribble the ball, I could shoot the ball. Like, I learned all of that stuff at a very young age, at 7.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff that we're teaching them at 14 to 17, I already had a head start. And I had it by the time I was 10 years old.
Right.
So, that stuff, and it was a Kobe Bryant interview, and he said, like, Kobe Bryant was super athletic.
Yeah.
But he talked about how, how he played. His career lasted as long as it lasted because of his skill development and how he was skilled. Kobe Bryant had footwork. He didn't have to take 1,000 dribbles to dribble the ball. You give the ball to him in the post, he might give you 50 or 81 unlimited dribbles because he was that skilled. So I had all of that, but now once I finished college, it's a different level that you have to take it to when you're trying to get to the NBA level.
Right.
Those guys they don't understand how good those guys are. Those guys are very, very good, and they can do things at a level that you have not seen before. Like, they can do things, and I didn't work hard enough to get there.
Right.
I didn't work hard enough to get there. And if you look, like, you'll look at my stats and you'll be like people be like, I thought you was going.
For sure.
I thought you was going.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I thought you was going, but it just was another level that I had to turn it up to. That I could, look back and say I didn't turn it up all the way to that level. If I would have, I would have went.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was comfortable with the European game, so I just was like, I'm cool right here now. Like, I'm good, in Europe. But then it just, now the travel, the long distance, all of that stuff, it starts to play a part in, your decision. So, that's what ended up being mine.
You're nail in the coffin. As far as your playing days.
My playing days, the number one nail, I would say, was my first year. So my first year out, it's April. It's April. I remember like it was yesterday. It was April. The season was ending.
Yeah.
So we was getting ready to make a playoff run. We actually made a playoff run, and we ended up getting to the playoffs.
Right.
So now that's a bonus for me because we got to the playoffs.
Right. So
now overseas, the is different overseas, and my overseas players, you guys know how it is. The team didn't really want to pay us because we actually had a chance of, I think we were the 6th or 7th seed,
okay.
But we had a chance of beating like the 2nd or 3rd seed, whoever it was that we played. We had a chance of beating.
Right.
They didn't want to pay the extra bonus.
Money that
they
we
would
wanted
the
to
extra
beat them.
bonus. Yeah.
So they canceled the game?
So they didn't cancel the game. This is what ended up happening. I wake up and now I was doing my, normal routine. So I went to the gym. It was just a regular practice day. I'm upstairs in the gym and I'm lifting, before in the morning.
Right.
Before I even did my own individual workout, I lifted first. So I'm lifting and, sometimes someone was like, just look on Facebook. Like, check Facebook. I look on Facebook and I saw somebody that I know, a family member, they posted, like, rest in peace to my grandmother. I didn't hear the news. I seen it as soon as I opened the Facebook.
Right.
I saw it, so one of the things, I called my mother immediately.
Right.
I'm like, such and such put this on Facebook. Is this true? My mother got quiet. And that's how, right off the back, I knew it was true. She was like, she's like, did you speak to your father? No, I didn't speak to him yet. He's like, call him. So now
you already know what it is.
So now I'm miles away.
Right.
Like, you think I'm all the way in Portugal at this point in
right.
time. So I found out that my grandmother passed on Facebook. So now, it's not like it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. The business don't work like that as far as me just being able to get a flight. Because where I played at in Portugal, I was on the outskirts of the actual mainland. So I wasn't even on the mainland of Portugal.
Damn.
I was on an island outside of the actual mainland, Azores Island.
Okay.
So now that's a 2.5-hour flight to Lisbon, which then it's a layover because flights just don't come, back and forth from Newark to Lisbon. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, that don't happen.
So I ended up, I was there so long and I couldn't get back. I couldn't even attend the funeral.
Wow.
So that was my first year.
Right.
So that was, just like a wake up call. Like, damn, if something happened, like, can I get back? Like, and then you try not to think about it, but then at the same time, it's still real life because that happened. So that was like, that was, I would say, the number one driving force is just like, am I able to get back? Like, and now the further out I go, so now I'm in Lebanon, still trying to perform, but now you got still that on your mind, even though nothing is going on, but you still, it's in the back of my head because of what I went through my first year.
Right.
So now I'm even further away in Lebanon, where I'm like 9 hours, 8 hours away, and so I'm thinking about that, and then the actual business of just overseas is not the best, no matter what. You could be in a program, a well-known program, but you never know what kind of financial troubles they have overseas either. So now you could possibly have to wait on your payment. You got to wait on different things. So it was just, now you're playing a waiting game where you might have to wait to see when they get the contract right. So all of that stuff just played a part, and it just was like, is it all worth it? Like, is it worth it? Like, I feel like I can, do something in sports here.
Right.
That chapter still be around the game.
That chapter was you was closing that chapter and we're looking at.
Yeah, I was closing it, and you figure I stopped playing early. Yeah. Like, I stopped playing when I was like 26. Okay. I think I stopped playing at 26, 25, 26.
Yeah, that was
so
early.
It was super early, like, as far as, professional playing. Like, I was just getting into the business of basketball at that point in time, because we didn't have NIL and all that when I was playing. So
they owe you a lot of money, boy.
From the time I was with Impact till Norfolk State, I was really just hooping.
Yeah. So now on a lighter note, what is the funniest excuse you ever heard from a player? And we're gonna close on this note. What's the funniest excuse you ever heard from a player about missing practice?
The funniest one. We laugh a lot because it's always a lot of funny ones, and we just look at. It's not even that they funny. It's just, I think it's funny that they sent us the message, because it's like,
who you fooling?
Who are
you
talking to? Like, you don't understand how many teammates I had in my past, so you understand, like, it. The game don't change.
It don't change.
The game don't change. It's just the people change.
Yeah.
So they don't understand that. So a lot of stuff I've heard, because I had teammates that said the same thing, which they don't understand that, right?
I had a good one.
But I think that's more funny. Like, when you have to go to the doctor 4 times in a week, it's like, my man, who are you fooling?
Yeah.
Like,
you got to walk in Ebola?
You never had a doctor's note, nothing. But
don't even got your physical in yet. You talking about you going to the doctor.
Got your physical. But the funniest one last year, I'm going to let you speak on that one. Because that one was definitely funny.
So, oh my Lord. So this kid, let's just call him Champ. So this kid Champ says to me, Coach Reed, I gotta put the dumb voice on, because that's when they say something dumb. Coach Reed, I'm trying to make it to practice, but I'm running late because I had to take my mom to the airport.
He was a freshman too, and he had to take his.
Can you zoom in?
His grandmother to the airport.
Can you zoom in? You're 14 years old. You could barely get to school, but you had to take your grandma to the airport. You had to take your grandma to the airport. You, that don't drive, that don't have a car. Your grandma said, you know what I know? You're going to miss practice to take me to the airport, and you can't do nothing with me going to the airport. I said, all right, I'm going to test this fool. So I said, cool. FaceTime me. No, I ain't say FaceTime. I said, call. Now I'm going to call you. I called him. I was calling him FaceTime. He wouldn't answer. I like, no. You got to answer this call right now, FaceTime, because right now is dependent on if you're going to be on this team or not. So I need to see grandma wig in the background to understand that you are taking her to the airport. This fool FaceTimes me, right? Like 15 minutes later. He like, oh yeah, Coach Reed, yeah, I'm just getting back around. I'm like, champ.
What did he have on?
Champ, you got first of all, you got a bonnet on your head. Champ, I'm not bonnet shaming. You don't have hair. So, first question is, ain't the grandma, why do you have a purple bonnet on your head? That's question number one. Question number two is, why would you have to take the grandma when you know that you have to come to practice? Question number three, why would you be silly enough to answer a FaceTime with me with a bonnet on your head?
The silly part.
Like, why wouldn't you be like, yo, let me run outside real quick, look like I'm walking, trying to catch the bus, and then answer the FaceTime? You know, I don't know, smart stuff.
But he just said that he was in the car, literally. He said that he was in the car on the way going, and then when you called him, he said, oh, I just got back.
I said, champ, you got a piece of crust that's so big on your eye, I thought you had a piece of pizza on your face. Knock it off and get your behind here right now. Y'all out of control. But with that, man, we're going to wrap up, man. That's episode 2. I'm your co-host, Coach Shamari Reed. And, of course, we have our host, Coach Tony Murphy.
Shot by G.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us. See you next time.